Grandma's house. That's my honest answer when someone asks me what $1 million buys in Toronto right now. But it depends on what your goals are because $1 million is going to get you three very different things: really good condo, a condo townhouse, or fixer upper house. But which one is actually right for you? That's today's video. I'm Stephanie Noss. I help Toronto condo owners who've outgrown their space trade up to a house while staying downtown. And after almost 20 years, I have this conversation with people just like you every single week. But there's one question that you have to answer before we talk about any of this. Do you actually want to stay downtown? Because that one answer pretty much changes everything. I see this all the time. Someone's been in their condo in Liberty Village or Fort York for 8 or 10 years, and they want more space. And as one does, they start picturing a house. Still downtown, still walkable, still close to their friends, their favorite coffee shop, pretty much their whole life. And then they go look at what $1 million house actually looks like in those neighborhoods. And reality is kind of like a slap in the face sometimes. So there's no wrong answer here. Staying downtown is completely valid. And wanting more house and being willing to move a little further out is also completely valid. You just need to know which one you are before you start actually shopping, because to be honest, those are two totally different searches. Now, if staying downtown is a non-negotiable for you and $1 million, a freehold house in the neighborhoods people mean when they say downtown is probably not going to be your move right now. I'm talking Queen West, Little Italy, Dufferin Grove, Little Portugal. In these neighborhoods at this budget, you're not finding a fixer-upper, you're finding a full-blown project. Houses that are chopped up into tiny rooming houses. Over the years, they haven't been converted back. There's a kitchen where the bedroom should be. In that territory, that's not a renovation. That is a full-on reimagination. So if downtown is a non-negotiable, around $900,000 to $1 million right now, you can get a really solid 2-bedroom condo. Nice finishes, decent square footage, outdoor space, view, still right in the middle of everything you love about living downtown. And in my opinion, I don't think that's selling. That is still a legitimate upgrade. The walkability, the familiarity, the ability to just walk up and leave, those things are real bonuses. Now, if you want more of the house feels, but you're not ready to go full freehold, condo townhouses are a really great baby step. You have your own front door, you can walk straight outside, no elevator, no lobby, no hallways, usually a rooftop terrace or a private patio, lower maintenance fees because let's be honest, you're not paying for a concierge and a pool that you're only going to use maybe twice a year. Oh, and if you have the dog, I cannot tell you how different this is. I had a dog when I lived in my Fort York condo. Getting my dog outside was a whole production every single time. Hallway, lobby, elevator, outside, whole thing in reverse multiple times a day. With a townhouse, you just open the door and go. That's it. But the honest trade-off is stairs. So many stairs. And once you've got groceries and a stroller and a kid and a dog, that can get tiring really, really fast. So you just want to go into that purchase knowing that. And if either of these two sound like you, there's links in the description down below. And if you want to talk about what makes sense for your situation, just text me. My number will be somewhere here on the screen. Now, if you're willing to trade a little bit of downtown location for more house, this is where $1 million actually starts to feel like $1 million. Wallace Emerson, Dovercourt Village, Corso Italia, Junction, Wychwood, around $850,000 to $1 million. You're getting into actual freehold semis, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, your own front door, backyard, a real house in Toronto. And I have friends who bought out in Mississauga or further into the GTA. And while their houses are incredible, like my sister's backyard is probably bigger than my house and my backyard combined, times 2. And that's just her backyard. So yes, more house for the same money if you go further out. But for my clients who want to stay in the city of Toronto, these neighborhoods are really strong entry points. They're not the core, but they're not the suburbs. They're real neighborhoods with real character. Now, I do want to be straight with you about what these houses are actually going to look like. They will need work, and I mean real work. 1960s kitchen, peach wall-to-wall tiled bathrooms, electrical and plumbing that need updating, and that's before you even get into the stuff that makes it look cuter. And I know this because I did it myself. I opened up a wall in my house and found knob and tube wiring that wasn't caught on the home inspection. $30,000. Not for a new kitchen, not for anything pretty, just to make it safe. And I don't say this because I want to scare you. I just know that people budget for the pretty stuff and they forget about the real stuff. So if you go in knowing that, hopefully you won't get caught off guard the way that I was. On another note, these Toronto homes weren't built for the way people live now. Little front hallways, separate living room, separate dining room, kitchen closed off at the back. So if your expectation is open concept, 100% walls are coming down. And when walls come down in a house this old, you will discover things that you wish you could unsee. And the basements, a lot of them haven't been dug down or underpinned. The ceiling height is low. Unless you're my height, I'm 5'3", you're probably not standing up straight down there and walking around. So the bonus space on the listing might not function in real life the way you were imagining. But does all of this mean that you shouldn't buy a freehold? No. I bought one and I definitely don't regret it. But you need to go in with the real budget, the real timeline, and living through a major renovation is genuinely hard. For example, if you're redoing the only shower in the house, where's everybody showering? These things add up to frustration fast. So if you have the budget for the purchase and for the reno and the patience for the project, buying an entry-level freehold right now and building equity through the renovation is actually a really great strategy in this market. Just go in with the real picture. $1 million in Toronto doesn't buy you everything, but it does buy you options. And the right one depends entirely on what you want your life to look like right now. So if you're sitting there thinking, I know I want to make the move, but I'm not sure which one is mine, that is exactly the conversation that I love having. That's literally my whole job. Links for the property listings are in the description below. Condos, townhomes, freeholds, all under $1 million. You can see what real listings look like in real time. So go take a look at those and start doing some window shopping. And if you want a straight answer on what makes sense for your situation, just DM me. I'll tell you exactly what I think. And if you're ready to make a plan, call or text me. I'm nice. My number is going to be up on the screen somewhere. Again, I'm Stephanie Noss with the Home City Realty Group at Keller Williams here in Toronto. And if you know someone that's been going around in circles on this, send them this video because this is probably the exact conversation that they need to have right now.